working with if a system has no solution, what is the value of a constant? So these are questions that I find that students have a really hard time answering. So the hint that we get from this problem is that the system has no solution. That to you should automatically mean that these two lines should be parallel, these two lines up here. And the way to check for parallel lines is to make sure that the slope is the same on each one. So remember, parallel lines means the same slope. The last video we saw perpendicular lines mean the opposite reciprocal slope. If you want to look at that, go look at that video. So what we're going to do is we're going to put both of them into y equals mx plus b so we can compare their slopes. So the first one, I'm going to move the 64y over to the other side and move the 24 over to the left side. So I'm going to have 64 plus 48 is going to give us 112y equals 48x minus 24. And then we're going to divide everything by 112. So then we're going to have 48 over 112x minus 24 over 112. But remember, we're really just going to pay attention to the slopes. So really quickly, I'm going to erase so I have more space. So now that we're at that point, I also want to find the slope for the other equation. So again, I'm going to follow similar steps, but you see that there's an r, right, which we're looking for under or with the y. So we have to divide that out to get the total slope. So the slope on the second equation is going to be negative 12 over r, right? So now we have to compare these two things. We know that since it has no solution, these slopes have to be parallel or the same, right? So that means that we have to have negative 12 over r equals 48 over 112. But we can actually simplify 48 over 112 a little bit by dividing by 2 on both sides. So we're going to have 24 over 56. And then we can do it again by dividing by 2 again. We could say 12 over 28. So now wait a second. If negative 12 over r equals 12 over 28, right? That just means that I have to have the negative sign on the 28 since the 12 on top is positive, right? Meaning r has to be negative 28.